Being here, Senator.
My pleasure.
Well, one of your Republican colleagues say he expects this vote early this week. When do you think you'll finally get a chance to vote on Loretta Lynch?
Well, I hope we will have the vote this week, as you've indicated. This is the longest time that I believe that any Attorney General nominee has had to wait. And it is, the president is right, it is embarrassing, it is a disgrace, and it really gets back to the level of Republican obstructionism for anything that President Obama wants. Same old story. If he wants it, it's bad. The idea to attack her or to hold her up because she actually believes in the policies that the guy who nominated her has presented is a little bit crazy. That's what she is supposed to do. I've not heard one Republican, Al, say that she is not qualified for the job.
Now, Senator, this delay is having a real effect on the Justice Department because the L.A. Times says the department is in, quote, partial limbo, and, quote, promotions and policy decisions at the Justice Department have been off. Announcements have slowed to a trickle. Congress is waiting for input on the agency's budget priorities. Attorney General Eric Holder is still doing a great job, but isn't the department forced to put off long-term planning because of this, Senator?
Absolutely. Eric Holder is trying to get out of there. He has announced that he wants to leave. She has announced that she wants the job. She's raring to go. And obviously it is very hard for a large department like the Department of Justice to do its work when they don't have the leader who is supposed to be leading them.
Now, what is the buzz around the Senate? You're there. Are you expecting a vote this week? I mean, I know you hope there will be one. Are you having any indication that there will be a vote this week?
I'm hearing mixed signals, Al, but I hope very much that there will be. I think it's going to be a close vote. I mean, despite Jeb Bush, for example, coming out and saying that it's important that she get a vote, it is going to be very close. I think we have the votes to put her in, but it's going to be close.
With all that this country is facing, from terrorism all the way to the need to deal with voting laws and police reform, how at this vital time can anyone elected to the Senate play partisan politics with something as sensitive as the head of the Justice Department?
Well, Al, you're absolutely right, but it goes further. Look, we have so many serious problems facing our country with a middle class in decline, with huge income and wealth inequality, with high unemployment, 11%, with climate change, for goodness sakes, which the scientists tell us is the major environmental crisis facing the planet. Republicans have nothing to say. They're not allowing serious legislation or serious debate on any of these issues. Their agenda is minimal, and they can't even allow us to vote for an Attorney General for the United States of America.
And Politico has a story today, Senator, that is not just Loretta Lynch's nomination being held up, as important as that is. Quote, there are 18 nominations waiting for a vote on the Senate floor, including Loretta Lynch's nomination to be Attorney General.
Absolutely.
And more than 130 idling in committees. And they say, Senator John McCain said, quote, it's payback for Democrats using the so-called nuclear option to push through scores of nominations in the previous Congress. So they're punishing the American people because Democrats approved a lot of nominees, Senator?
It's really quite crazy. The reason that Reid finally, and many of us pushed them hard on this, reduced the number of votes we needed from 60 to 50 for nominations is because the Republicans obstructed time and time again on judges and presidential nominees. And finally, Reid said, enough is enough. So now what McCain and others are saying is because Reid stood up to their obstructionism, now they're going to obstruct even more. That is quite a weird line of thought.
Senator Bernie Sanders, thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Now let me bring in